We wanted to come on here today to talk to you guys about our DNA reports and how cool they are. DNA test kits are the #1 selling Christmas gift, and Rhonda's holding hers up to show you. And with our DNA test kit, it's a little bit different than the other ones on the market because they might tell you your ancestry, where your grandparents came from, whatever, which is cool if you want to know that. But they're expensive, comparatively speaking. And what do you do with it after you know that?
It's for fun. It's just interesting for fun.
Yeah, it's just fun. Well, I never wanted to do a DNA test because I didn't know what would happen to my DNA. And I already knew my grandparents and great grandparents came from Ireland, so that was good enough for me. But this test kit I love because when I heard about this, I like, now that is something useful. That is something that I can really make a difference in my life. So that's why we're here to talk to you today.
Well, the other thing, going back to what you said, like you were worried about what would happen to your DNA.
Yeah.
So with this also, like, because yes, there are other companies that do sell your information. So the thing that was important to me before I took this DNA test was that we are HIPAA and CLIA certified, which means that all your information is safe. It can't be sold or anything like that. It's all protected. And that was important to me too.
Yeah, and the DNA sample that you send in is destroyed as soon as it's analyzed. So what you get, you submit your DNA test and you receive in the mail, usually about 2 weeks, maybe, a DNA report. Now we test for 18 genes and you get a red, green, or a yellow for each one of those genes. Rhonda, I'm gonna let you hold yours up because mine, I can't get mine right. Yep. It's red, yellow, and greens, and these are called the SNPs. That means there's a variance in them. Mine is completely different from Rhonda's because our DNA is completely different. And I'm holding mine up. Hold yours up, Rhonda. There you go. So her first one is red, mine's yellow. Our second one is both green, yellow, and then she's got a lot of yellows, whereas I've got greens. And then you go down. I've only got, how many reds do you have, Rhonda?
3.
Really? Me too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I do too. I was
3.
I was happy with that.
Yeah. So what that means, you guys, is red means both parents passed down a weakness in that particular gene. Yellow means one parent passed down the weakness, and green means no parents passed down that weakness to you, so it's working at 100%.
And the good thing is you don't have to remember this. There is a page right in your report that explains it all to you. So, like, everything is in this report.
And that's another thing I love. This is so easy to read. It's in layman's terms. Not like I said, I've never had a DNA test before, but I have heard that the client, the person who gets it, can't read it. It has to be read by a doctor. Now, I don't know ancestry and those things. I'm sure it's layman's terms a little bit, but what does it tell you? I don't know. Anyway, with this one, you get your red, yellow, green. Now, these are actionable genes, and what that means is it's not, we don't test your gene that controls your eye color, your size of your ears, you know, your height, anything like that. We test genes that are actionable, meaning they can be impacted and supported and boosted with nutrition. And Ron, if you want to talk a little bit about the clinical studies and how we know that.
Exactly. So they're scientifically proven, like Deborah said, that the right nutrition can impact these genes. So say for your heart health or your immune system. And what this is all based on is independent studies. So Uforia has used independent studies, and all of these studies are actually right in the back of your 35-page report too. And the nice thing about this is there's over 100 studies listed back here for the different genes. So you can actually look into these studies yourself. Like if you're one of those persons who likes to do their own research, you can just go to the appendix where it
You could
has
spend
all of the
forever.
references. You can look up these studies yourself. And we've put just over 100 in this report. But once you start going down that rabbit hole on the internet, if you're one of those people, you will find way more studies. So you do know that this is backed by, scientific studies and information.
Yeah, and people may have heard of nutrigenomics, which is the study of nutrition and how it impacts the genes. And this company has 25 years of scientific research backing it up before we brought it to the public. And the other cool thing about the report is each gene has its own, it has a dedicated page that tells you what is the purpose of this gene, why is this gene important, and then it has dietary recommendations, and it tells you all about the things that you could be eating as well as the supplement that you'll be getting. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very good information. So that is good. I do like that they give dietary recommendations
Yeah.
also in here, because you might want to, change what you're eating a little bit depending on where you have variants in your genes, along with your, customized nutrition that you can get.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's so interesting. There's so much information in here. Like we said, it is like a 35-page report. And the other thing they do give you in here, after your genes, is they actually talk about the company a little bit, give you some background, but they also have a section that's all on frequently asked questions. So, if you're like me, I had a ton of questions about it. So I'd like
Yeah.
that they put all this information in here too to answer those most frequently asked questions.
Yeah, that's true.
You can always contact someone if you have other questions, but you'll get a lot of answers just right in your own report.
It's chock full with information. And the other cool thing is your supplements. Everybody has the same base formula, and then each person has their own individual, I know it's hard to see on the screen, your base formula, and then below that is the specific ingredients that are tailored just to your DNA. And what I love is that we are NSF certified, which means that what we say is in this product it has to be what's in this product,
And
because otherwise
NSF also means it's like the highest quality of ingredients that you can get.
Yep. And if we fudge on that at all, they can come in and shut us down. So it's not going to happen. What this says is in your formula. You can be sure that's what's in your formula. And speaking of that, it's all whole food. It is no fillers. It is non-GMO, gluten-free, non-dairy, vegan. What am I? Organic.
It's a cruelty-free and either organic or wild grown.
Wild grown, yeah. And I love that it's cruelty-free. That was important to me too.
Yeah, that's important to me too. We're both animal lovers.
Did you, in your gene snips, were you surprised by anything?
Yes, pretty much what you expected? I was surprised at. One thing that was very interesting to me was there's a gene, it's called FUT2 gene. And I found out afterwards, which was extremely interesting to me. And this has to do with your vitamin B12 and different things with your digestive system and enzymes. And anyways, so I have a variant in that gene. And that was so interesting to me because then I found out that if you have a variant in that gene, you should not go on a keto diet. Now, I had tried a ketogenic diet about a year and a half ago, maybe something like that, a year and a half ago or so. And I didn't feel very good on it. I wasn't having good results. And I had heard so many good things about the keto diet. And it is good for certain people. But come to find out, the reason why I didn't feel good on it and I wasn't having good results is because I have a variant in this gene.
And that's so funny because I'm green in that gene and I love the keto diet. I
Right.
feel so much better when I do that. But isn't that funny? Now we know why.
And I'm a
That's,
red. I'm a red in that gene.
oh, that's crazy.
Yep.
That just
And
shows
you'd be
you.
great on a keto diet, and I don't.
Yeah,
So that's one reason, like, it's really important to know what's in your genes.
exactly. And one of mine, did you have anything with your immune system? That one's really surprised me with mine because I thought my immune system was really strong. And I found out that I'm red and I'm susceptible to autoimmune diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, Alzheimer's, all whatever there is out there that's autoimmune, which
I'm a
shocked me.
yellow.
You're yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anyone in your family with anything like that?
On my mother's side, yes, my grandmother had dementia.
Really? See, I don't have anybody in my family. As as far of all the relatives I know of, nobody's had an autoimmune disease. So I would have never thought that that's something that I needed to be careful about as far as my nutrition.
Right.
So knowing that, to me, that's huge
Well,
because
the good thing about it is because it is an actionable gene, like we were talking about, now that you know that, like you're getting the right nutrition in your own nutrition formula that you need
exactly,
to strengthen that to hopefully prevent anything down the road. But you're doing whatever you can. And you can also add certain things into your diet from the dietary recommendations, to
to
either
boost it
stop
even more.
or prolong what you're, any
Yeah.
effect from that.
And you know what? At my age, just to find that out now, if I had known that when I was 20, oh my gosh, what a difference that could have made.
Yes.
You know, people that think, "Oh, I'm healthy. I don't need anything because I'm healthy and young." Well, that's the exact time to be starting this. Repair your DNA. That's the other cool thing. This repairs DNA and reverses and slows down the aging
That's,
process.
that's another whole video because that's really a lengthy thing. I mean, truly,
Exactly.
we could get really into that, but we really just wanted to talk about all the important information you're getting in this report.
Exactly. And it's a great, you can share it with your doctor so they have an even more insight into what you should be taking and not taking,
Now,
you
Deborah
know.
and I did print ours out, so that's why,
Yeah.
so that we can show people our DNA reports. It does come to you when you get when your report is ready, which Deborah said is about 2 weeks. It comes to you in an email, and to get into that, it is password protected, so that it is protected for you. And once you get in there, you can also print yours out if you would like to show it to your doctors and stuff, which I did. Or, you can just leave it in there. It's totally up to you, but it's
I was
really
going to say, leave it on your phone. It's right there or whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope we've covered some of the questions that we get a lot of. And get back to either one of us if you have more questions.
Yeah,
And we'd
we're
be glad to help you.
anything you come up with. And, this we just wanted to give it just a little bit of an overview about what is exactly in this report for you.
Yep. 18 actionable genes. All right. Thanks, you guys, and have a good day. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Deborah.
Catch you later.